Postmodernism in American literature. Postmodernism in American literature emerged as a response to the modernist movement and gained prominence in the latter half of the 20th century, particularly in the post-World War II era. It is characterized by a skepticism towards grand narratives, a rejection of absolute truths, and a focus on the fragmentation and plurality of experience. Postmodernist literature often incorporates metafiction, intertextuality, and irony to challenge conventional literary forms and question established modes of representation. Key characteristics of postmodernism in American literature include metafiction. Postmodernist writers often employ metafictional techniques, blurring the boundaries between fiction and reality. Metafiction draws attention to the constructed nature of narrative and the act of storytelling itself. Authors like John Barth in Lost in the Funhouse and Kurt Vonnegut in Slaughterhouse-Five use metafiction to explore the relationship between author, narrator, and reader, often disrupting traditional narrative conventions in the process. Intertextuality. Postmodernist literature is characterized by its engagement with other texts and cultural artifacts. Writers incorporate references to popular culture, literature, philosophy, and history, creating a complex web of intertextual connections. Thomas Pynchon's The Crying of Lot 49 is a prime example of intertextuality, weaving together references to conspiracy theories, mass media, and American history to create a densely layered narrative. Fragmentation and discontinuity. Postmodernist literature often reflects the fragmented and discontinuous nature of contemporary experience. Narratives are nonlinear, and events may be presented out of chronological order. Authors like Don DeLillo in White Noise and David Foster Wallace in Infinite Jest use fragmentation to mirror the disjointedness of modern life and challenge readers' expectations of narrative coherence. Irony and parody. Irony is a central feature of postmodernist literature, with writers often adopting a playful and irreverent tone. Postmodernist texts frequently employ parody and pastiche, subverting traditional literary forms and genres. Thomas Pynchon's Gravity's Rainbow is known for its satirical take on war, technology, and bureaucracy, while Toni Morrison's Beloved uses elements of magical realism to explore the legacy of slavery in America. Pluralism and multiplicity. Postmodernism celebrates diversity and embraces multiple perspectives. Authors reject the idea of a single, authoritative truth in favor of a multiplicity of voices and viewpoints. This emphasis on pluralism is evident in works like Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon, which incorporates elements of African American folklore and myth to challenge dominant narratives of American history. Overall, postmodernism in American literature represents a departure from the modernist emphasis on unity and coherence, embracing ambiguity, diversity, and the fluidity of meaning. Postmodernist writers seek to disrupt conventional modes of representation and challenge readers to question their assumptions about language, identity, and reality.